My name is Anthony Scotto. I am the Director of Curriculum and Instruction for Hamilton Township Schools. And the purpose of bringing this video to all of you today is to further market all of the robust course offerings that we offer high school students in all of our departments. These are courses that perhaps we would like to see students enroll in more, or these are courses perhaps that people are not aware of that we do offer that may help them in the college planning process or the job market industry. We do feel that as students graduate from our free high schools, they need a variety of skill sets to help them with college, career, military, industry, etc. I also think that high school is a great opportunity to learn more and sort of put toe in the water for areas perhaps that you had not thought about. Students could take a class that they have never had any interest in, and all of a sudden it sparks an interest in them to continue. We're very proud of our offerings at Hamilton Township. We have worked diligently over the years to make things better, and we will continue to do that. We just see this as one step further to enrich the high school experience for all students in Hamilton Township. I wish you the best on your academic journey. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Miss Anzamini and I teach Intro to Dramatic Arts. So throughout the year, we look at theater history. We start with the Greek and Roman theater and we travel all around the world. And then while we go through the history, we also do monologues and scene works. We do a lot of improv, so games that we play throughout the year.
It's a really fun class. We look at theater from a lot of different angles. We look at different periods of theater, like theater history, and we do a lot of script reading and monologues. It's not just Broadway and what we do in America. It brings in things from Africa, things from Europe, things from Asia. So it's a really cool mix of a bunch of different things all in one class.
We also take a look at the tech side of theater, which is really nice. We'll talk about lighting and sound and set construction and how a show is actually put together. And then at the end of the year, we usually put on our own one act in class. So there are actually no prerequisites for this class. This class is offered through 9 through 12. You don't have to be someone who's been on stage before. This could be someone who you're just interested in acting, you're interested in theater in general. So it's nice that the class kind of gives you an overview and you don't really have to have any prior knowledge for this class.
In the creative writing class, we do all types of creative writing. So we'll do poetry, we'll do short stories, we do children's books. There's lots of room for students to expand and to even come up with some of their own projects. We give our students opportunity to flex their imaginations and really go out and do some really creative work, something outside of the usual essay or informational text that you read in your normal English class.
We're allowed to do so many different things in the class, like not just one form of writing. I wrote a children's book and made the whole thing. I cut out cardboard to make the cover and stuff.
One thing that I really enjoyed about the course was just being able to have free expression with your writing and just having that freedom to write about what you want and explore the different types of writing.
It helps you think in a different way and kind of expand your mind. So I think it can be helpful for anybody.
We take the students and we provide them with all the tools, all the training, and all the knowledge to make them successful and to be able to improve their writing by the end of the class.
This class is everything you need to know about sports medicine if you want to go into the field of physical therapy, athletic training, occupational therapy. It's very hands-on. That's probably the best part about the class.
We learn about how your body moves. We learn about training and conditioning. We do cover CPR. We go through that. It doesn't take the place of any health and phys ed class you have. It's just in addition to it. It's geared primarily for juniors and seniors. It's recommended and strongly encouraged that you have an 84 or above in health and biology.
people who don't know what they want to do, it would be a great option, because I was kind of in that stage. I didn't know what I wanted to do in the health field, but it really helped me figure that out. Next year, I'm going to be going to Mercer as a nursing student. So I need to be CPR certified, which we learned. I need to know how to use an AED. I need to know basic first aid. So it really played to my advantage.
If you're interested in going into therapy, athletic training, medicine, or want to learn more about how injuries work or how your body works, it's a great class to take.
Class is encompassing an intro to fundamentals of electronics. We get into the kind of the applied side of electronic and simulate different circuits and actually build and test some electronic circuitry. We then also work with robotics, and we learn about the application of electronics to the actual robotics field. We do a lot of hands-on building and designing, and then actually programming.
Some of the projects we'll be doing will be like breadboarding, where we would actually work with a breadboard and making circuits. We will do all types of robots, from small robots all the way up to the big robots, and they go into competition with the robotics team.
I would suggest anyone take this class, even if you're not interested in robotics, because it's just building. We're working very close with tools, electronics, wires, breadboards, circuits. It helps you become very creative. It helps you become better. It helps you understand how things work.
This class was really designed as an introduction to organic chemistry, and it really is there for students who want to pursue the sciences to get introduced to what tends to be one of the hardest courses when you get to college level.
I think that this is a course that is going to move at a speed that accommodates a high school level student. It's meant to be a fun class. It's meant to move at a pace where we don't lose students. And so far, there's been a lot of success with that. The students that come every day do excellent.
My main inspiration to take this class was that I wanted to major in chemistry. And I know that a lot of chem majors actually have to take Orgo in college. So in my fear, I really wanted to prepare myself for that.
Any student that's interested in pursuing the sciences, whether that be a biology degree, a chemistry degree, or any of the health professions, so medicine, nursing, any of those, you will have to take an organic chemistry course as you go through college. And so with a little bit of foundation and a little bit of background with organic chemistry, it makes it for smooth sailing come organic chemistry when you hit it in college.
So Multicultural Studies is a class where we talk about the complexities of the American social fabric. So the different cultures that weave and bob into the country itself is allowed for some great open conversations, some honest conversations, and some conversations that aren't necessarily, that don't have room to breathe in other classes.
We don't just live in a world of all American history, live in a world of different histories, different events, different cultures that we need to learn about. Being able to actually learn history, besides taking the normal standard history class, there's a different level of thinking, a different level of teaching.
What I got out of the class was a better understanding of the world around me. It's definitely focused in more on ideas of culture, identity, and like who you are, how you fit into this world.
we just have fun with it. And, you know, when you put fun and, you know, like joy into the work, students are able to engage. So there's a lot of interaction between one another in class. So I would say it is a well-recommended class to take.
Computer Science A is introductory course to computer science, which covers several type of programming languages. A student that is just interested in problem solving. I think that's the best way to really look at computer science. You have a problem and you want to create a solution for that.
It's a way of thinking, and it's really eye-opening on how you can not only just apply it in computer science, but like in other real-life applications as well. It teaches you patience, it teaches you how to improve, and it teaches you that it's okay to fail and how to improve from that.
It's by necessity a very broad class, and I think that a lot of people could benefit from it, especially if they're going into any sort of field where programming could be helpful, which is a lot of them. I feel like it's closest to working with tools or art or something along those lines, where you start with some set of materials and you end with a product, and the class is just about getting there. There's always a clear next step, which I think is really the beautiful part of the subject. So I think that if there's any chance at all that you could enjoy it, you should go for it.
The kids you see in the upper level are kids that really have an interest not only in the language, but in the culture. They find it interesting. They think it's neat. And once you get to year 3 and 4, you know, they really have a vested interest in this language.
It's very engaging, it's very demanding, but it's a fun class at the same time to teach when you are comfortable with the language. That's where the fun comes. It's not just learning the vocabulary, it's also understanding, oh, this is what those people are saying. It's exciting if you put the work and you commit to that.
I chose to take a third year of language because I really like grammar and the linguistics aspects of just languages in general. I guess from the first day I started German, I knew that I did want to take it all 4 years. And I've really enjoyed it so far.
As I took Italian the first year, I met all my friends and it was very fun. And I was like, I like the language. So I decided to keep taking it. It'd be good for college. And it was already fun. So I was like, might as well just take it.
The classes are a little smaller and there is more opportunity for students themselves to begin actually speaking in the language.
Those upper levels are really where I get to see the students shine and use what they've been learning.
CTE, basically Career and Technical Education as it's better known as, is a set of classes that provide students with specific key skills and content needed to prepare them for specific career pathways.
There's 3 pathways here. There's a business administration pathway, there's a marketing pathway, there is an accounting pathway. The idea here is that if the kids keep going through the pathway, they'll kind of set themselves up for possibly majoring in it or taking business seriously in college.
In order to be a CTE pathway, students do have to complete the courses in a particular order. So there's a first level course, a second level course, and a third level course, and ultimately walking away with experiences and often credentials that are earned throughout that experience.
It taught me how to better myself with advertising and with learning social skills and even learning things having to do with money.
I could see myself in like the business world, so I know marketing,
would be very important, and I think it's important to learn that early on, like in high school. So I thought it'd be a great start.
I've always wanted to open up my own business, and my guidance counselor actually recommended the course. She told me that like this is like the first step. Like I feel like this is really important to like apply into your life.
This course is really about going through all the different decades of music and studying it in terms of the context of film, starting in about like the 1920s, 1930s, all the way up to modern day film. And in each decade, we're going to study different movies and how the musical components of those movies interact to communicate different messages.
We basically just kind of see like how like the directors use music to like make the audience feel emotions, and we basically get to compose our own music. Like he'll give us a scene from like a movie we covered already, and he's like, okay, make a new score for this.
And Soundtrap is a really great piece of software that we use in a tool in which you guys are actually going to be able to write your own music to different film scenes throughout the year.
I wanted to take like a lot of music classes because I want to be like a recording artist when I'm older. So it's like I'm trying to take all the music classes I can, but also, as you can tell in the background, I'm a big movie fan, so it also helped with that.
All the tools that you need will be taught in the course, and ultimately it's up to the students as to how much they want to use a tool or use it less. So it kind of appeals to a wide variety of people, from the hobbyists to the more I really want to do this as a career.
I took commercial design and illustration my senior year of high school, and it was a very different art class from the traditional art classes. We did a lot of like promotional stuff for the school, so we did like the play posters and we did logos for sports teams and events, which was really, really cool. And it was just a really nice break from traditional painting and drawing and sculpting.
People were taking this more so junior and senior upperclassmen style course because it really does segue into a career prep. Package design, illustrating book covers, credit card design, magazine covers. And these are some of the projects and things that we tackle in our class.
Everyone's trying to create their own brand and their own image, and this is a really good first step toward that. It's a lot more of what's the message I'm trying to convey and what's the best possible way to do it, but doing it in a way that it's still artistic and still can catch someone's eye.
I think this class has the most flexibility in that it doesn't have to be the great artist. If you're a well-rounded person, then it really can apply to you as well.